Hi guys, good night, good evening. I'm Adriano, but I prefer called by Grego. I'm 24, 25 years old. I'm 25 years old. I live in Rio de Janeiro. Um, I enjoy in my free time. I enjoy practicing yoga, going to the gym, playing electronic games, and I am front-end developer. I guess that's it. And what about you, Leo? I guess you introduce yourself. Sorry.
Yeah, there's no problem. Great, guys. So, Grego, I'm sorry about asking you about it, but where do you work as a software developer?
I don't work. I'm
Ah,
unemployed. I'm just in volunteer jobs right now. I'm working as a front-end developer to organization in United States, which provides an music education to children.
great. And Erica works in a public school. Am I right, Erica? Great.
Yes,
Uh,
you are right.
Great. So, Erica, do you think that uh, exists diversity in your workplace?
I work in the city hall in in Belo Horizonte. So people should do the some tests to come to my job. So, but I don't think so because today you can see in Brazil have quotas, so you can bring more people, more diversity in your job when you can incorporate people like me, black people with some disability. But I don't think in my job because I don't see people, so many people like me around me, or another people like people from plus community. I think it's so many letters, but did you understand? You understand what I said? But I think it's important when you bring to your job in your life more diversity, because people think in different ways, have different perspectives and backgrounds. I think it's so important. But on the other hand, in my job, because I work in the public schools, in 10 public schools, there are many diversity you can see in each place, because there are many children like white, black, children have disability, that children have a mother and father, and another children that have another kind of family, like the couple is two guys or two girls. So I think it's so important this. What do you think, Leo? What about your
Yeah,
opinion?
definitely. I totally agree with you. I think that it also make us feel safe in that environment. There are some places that we do not feel so much comfortable because we cannot see so much diversity in that environment. So we kind of feel, oh, maybe this is not the right place, and we start to feel uncomfortable there. I don't know if you feel the same, Grego.
Yeah, I do for the same. I used to work as a customer support in a company that they say that they provide diversity, something like that. But you the just see black people always a cleaner, always agents as well. You don't see the leaders like black people's leader or LGBTQIP plus peoples as well, or even women's leaders. So complicated. So yeah, it's it's complicated.
Yeah, you bring a really interesting topic.
I
Uh,
think people, sorry, the boss think the diversity is when you have Black people and people from LGBTQIP plus around you. But like Gregor said, but they work as a cleaner, as an agent. So in the high position, no, you can't see this kind of people. And maybe if you see this kind of people, it's so important if the base have the same people like you that is on the top. Because it's so, I feel that people didn't feel comfortable, like Leo said, because okay, I'm a boss, I'm a leader of this group, but everyone around me is not like me. It's like say is make a fantoche. Is you are the people that are the word you can see. Oh, this company is so good because they have a black people there in the big position. But when you see another position, the company is totally different. That's all.
Yeah, it's look like that. Okay, we can have the same number of black and white people, but the positions are different. They do not have the same positions job. I think that should have uh, some other way to analyze those numbers, not just about the numbers, but also about the position too. Okay, I have 10 leadership positions here, but how many then are black people? How many then are LGBT? How many of them are women? And so just in this way, we can really see the real numbers because this is not just about one or other. This is also about the position. Um, Grego, have you ever have an experience in a company or in another place that you feel that you have felt that this diversity was real?
Oh no, never. Normally, the companies that I used to work, diversity, it was just a topic on June and July, and even November, and as well. And just specific months, they bring this topic and contract people to talk about it, but the rest of the year, they just silence.
Okay. And it's interesting because when we talk about a diversity, we relate it to the LGBT community, but it's way bigger than just this community. We also can talk about women, about Black people, about transgender people, and about I think this is disabled people, I guess. So there are a lot of different ways to have diversity in a company. About you, Erica? Have you ever worked in a place that you really felt that there exists a real diverse team?
Um, there is diversity in the city hall because there are many sections there. So I can see but all the section as fragmented. How can I say? Is divided. For example, beside my room, I there is the LGBT people that work from this community. In another place, there is another kind of the job that can provide support for people if have uh, about poor people like the sector that do cadastro único, that have people that didn't have house to live. Okay, but diversity, like Gregor said, I totally agree with him because about Black people, only in November, the the world talk about it. Brazil talk about this topic, but it's just 1 month, and I didn't live only 1 month. I lived there every single month in the year. So I think it's a big issue, a big challenge when you just think about the minority in a specific time of the year, a specific time of the month, because as you said, minority is Black people, is people from LGBT community. If people have people that have disability, people that can see, blind people, people that can hurt and think. So, but it's so strange to say that because the minority is the majority people in Brazil, but it don't talk too much about it uh, every single day. So I didn't feel comfortable and I did feel contemplated where I work today. But I think it's a better place that I can work because I think the private company like you and Greco works, I think it should be more non-comfortable.
Yeah, what you said it's really interesting because it's pretty common we talk about minority, and actually this is not the smaller group in the society. Actually, this is the biggest. So okay, we are the minority in places where we do not achieve it. So if we are not a minority in a leadership position, it's because something wrong is happening. This is not, there's not equal opportunity to everyone to stay there. So what's going on? This is something that I think we should ask to ourselves. Because every time that we see leadership, this is not, this is always a white, blonde hair, man. So is it right?
Yeah, I know the term of this is the legacy of this labor. This is the point.
Yeah. And guys, talking about uh not talking just about diversity in June or November. Have you ever participated in a diversity and inclusion training at work, for example, Grego?
Just when I was volunteer and I was working with human rights, so I needed to know more about diversity and stuff related to. So this was because it was a project that I wanted to be a part of, because in the companies that I worked as a CIT. I didn't have it. I didn't have any training or something related.
Yeah, there are many companies and volunteering programs that fail at this point. What about you, Erica? Have you ever participated in diversity and inclusion training work?
Once in a school, but the the was a small project from autism. So, but this project was a guide for parents and relatives of kids that have autism. So, but only once, and only in one school. That this school is located in a place in Belo Horizonte. Is a the who can say the poorest place in my city. Do you understand? So, but not about the city hall, the big leaders to promoting this kind of of initiative. I think it's
Oh,
important to say that the minority get together in order to improve and to spread your voice. But it's about our action about it to do this, but it's not about our community and society. You don't have support to do this every single day or if more consistent.
yeah. And guys, there are some challenges when we work in a diversity team. For example, when we work with blind people, it's a different kind of way. We need to learn it again. How we can learn it, how can we learn it, how can we work with those people, because they have a different steps to achieve the same thing as us. And have you ever challenged a situation working in a diversity team, Erica?
Yes. Again, in the school, I remember once, a little girl come to talk to me, but they use the Brazilian sign, Libras. And I remember did I learned this in my university, but 10 years ago. So I don't remember how to use this today, and I feel so uncomfortable, so shy because she tried to talk to me and I didn't stand. And at the same time, come to another kid, and she said she didn't talk our language, and I feel so bad because I'm in the school. One girl do like to talk to me. I'm not able to talk because I don't know how to say. I didn't understand how she said in this moment, and I will talk to another girl because she could read and hurt or speak and hurt, but she because oh, sorry. They run to another place. So I feel so uncomfortable. I remember this time, and but I think you should just respect our people and try to learn. But I think people are not. I say I'm not a black Wikipedia, so people can go to Google and search something. For example, the LGBTQIP plus. I think the along the years, the LGBT community changed the name. So every single year, I try to understand what this letter means. But I you don't ask you, oh, this letter, what this means? I think it's not polite. I can search about it. I think it is respect. Share your opinion, please, Cleco.
Sorry, I lost the main topic here. How was the what was the question?
Basically, I asked to Erica if she had some challenge in when she worked in a diversity team.
Oh, I see. Yeah, yeah, I got it. I got it. Yeah. I never had any challenge working in diversity team because I hadn't diversity teams to work with, so it's kind of complicated. Um, the challenge that I can say it was like me to be a black person in a white environment. It was really uncomfortable. Principal when you see that you don't see any career progression because there is no black peoples there that you can be just your can be your a mirror or something like this. Representation is the word. And yeah, it was a bit a challenge to me, and but it's complicated in the area that I choose to to work with principal tech area is really complicated to see a lot of black peoples, even to women. It's complicated principal black women as well. I guess you can talk a little bit about it because you work in a great big company that's the group Boticário Group, and they promote diversity a lot. And I believe it's really real because I know some people that work there, and I have this conversation with them. But I guess I would like to know more about you about it.
Yeah. Um, in fact, this is a company where I have we who had addressed some goals to achieve the a big diversity team. And it's also a challenging goals because every time that we see our numbers or positions, because remember when I said about this is not just about the numbers, but it's also about positions. Uh, we use our number and our position. So this is not just about having women uh, in the company. No, it's about having women in a leadership position. So we have some numbers that it's hard to find. And for example, I think 2 months ago, my team was look for uh, some people with disabilities, and it was hard to find someone. And my leader talked to me that it was possible that someone blind could join the team, and I was wow, it could be something hard to me because I have never worked with someone like this. But at the same time, I am totally know that this person needs to work, so I need to adapt myself to that person in the company. And it doesn't happen. I have no idea why, but I think a lot about it. That it could be challenging to me, but this is something that should be done and should become more uncommon because we work in an IT environment. I work in an IT environment, so there's many tools who help as blind people. Um, People who do not listen, and there are many tools who can help those people in this environment to work. So yeah, I think that Grupo Boticário is amazing doing this, but it's still challenging. Last week or 2 weeks ago, we talked about the LGBT community inside the group. And there's some numbers that we want to achieve. There are some strategies. So I hope that I think that I work in a good company. Uh, and guys, about companies who are totally different, how do you think that they can achieve these diversity teams? What steps can an organization take to create a more inclusive team? How do you think they can achieve this, Erica?
Mm, from my point of view, it's not difficult to do this because, as I said before, the majority of people in Brazil are minority. So, but sometimes it's hard to find this kind of people because the qualification. Minority people, the majority of them is not qualified for some time of job, but because the structure of our society that don't permit this kind of person to get the education like us. But I think the important step is to say to society, okay, now we understand you need to work, uh, not work to these people, but work with these people. So I think it's a big challenge, I know, but it's an important thing to do. Yeah. How about you, Grego?
I guess, and I agree with you talking about qualification, and they should have more entry level vacancies to this group, just because when I see vacancy directed to any specific group, I just see that it's kind of senior position, and we need to understand that Black peoples, transgender peoples, LGBTQ peoples as well, and even people with the disability, and it's so recent in university and in education places as well, so it's complicated to we have this equality. I can't be in the same stage with the another white people that have a great background, that studied in the best schools, in the best universities. It's not something we can compare. So should have more entry levels, because if we can grow up and achieve new positions like leader or something like even senior positions. And so to me, when the company opens just senior positions for this kind of group, since that okay, we're gonna have this position, and if there is no one to fill this position, let's hire someone and out of this bubble. It's just to say that they are doing something, even when the purpose is not that. What about you, Leo? What do you think?
Hello, girls. Come back again. What happened?
We have a loss here. If you are returning the to the room or continue speak with us, I don't know. And then
Yeah.
we are trying to verify what's
Yeah,
happened.
which we just get is thinking that we need to back to the room for change the pair, but we don't have certain.
No, I just bring it back 5 minutes before the end.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Natalia, out
Uh,
again.
no, but did you answer all the questions?
We answer a lot of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But not all.
Not all.
Okay, but let's continue here. Let's talk together. There's no problem, okay? Basically, we are discussing here about how can companies how can companies uh, can bring some steps to can create some it's Jesus Christ, it's hard to say. We are basically talking here about how can companies open create a space to a diversity team. So Erica and Grego was discussing here with me because basically companies open Jesus, I forgot how to say vagas.
High
Uh,
positions or vacancies?
Thanks.
Or
Yeah,
rules.
positions that it's great. Um, because there are some companies who open some positions that are so high that it's not possible some transgender, some person with disability achieve this position. So basically, last weekend, like 2 weeks ago, I was discussed with the LGBT community at the group, because this is not inclusive. This is not inclusion. Because how we will include someone that doesn't have knowledge to achieve this position. So okay, let's start again. Let's open enter level positions, because it can help some transgender, some disability people enter in that work. So basically, we are discuss about it here in this room, okay, Samantha and Natalia. So I really want to know about you, Natalia. How do you think that companies can open positions to a more diverse team?
Okay. Hi, guys. Just to introduce myself really quickly, I'm Nadia. I'm 28 years old, and I'm from São Paulo. So about the question, it's interesting because I'm participate right now of a program, a diversity program, of a formation, because I think one of the problems is like um exactly this, Leo, is like the position is too high, that is just insane, the amount of thing that you need to apply or be able to get at the job. So I think one of the steps that could help is the companies start with the basic, with the formation level, like that this programs that you pick up a person and form the person for the intern level, and start to build the things, and to really make a career path for that person. So it's not about to just throw it up high positions and say, hey, I'm doing my part. Is like grow your community and your company into that. So I think with programs of capacitation uh, for that position.
Yeah, and also have opportunities to grow in that company, not still just in a inter-level position. And what about you, Samantha? What do you think about it?
Yeah, I can send about, for example, use your example, my company. I work with several shareholders and directors, executive people, and I see during the call, for example, that you can see several men and black men. And when you see to high levels, to senior levels, to executive levels, you don't see woman, you don't see the black people, you don't see you don't see the LGBT professional, but you see several professionals, for example, in call center, in securities, in don't reject, don't judgment about these rules, but is like, for example, if the company can say to the market that the people you'll be able for just to provide customer services or provide to security or other rules, and not to high levels. And then I'm sure that Natalia, when says that we can to work in the companies and provide more capacitation, and for example, to provide development careers for people's that desires to be a managers, to be a directors, to be a high levels, and just not work. For example, I will open the room and just attract these people, the diversity people. But I will attract the people, and I will development the people. I will provide the capacitation that to these people creating the company, and then I make the tests. For example, in more or less 2 years ago, I applied to a vacation and where the one position was open to Black people and another position was open to general people. And then I applied to the same company. I applied my resume to for this two position. And when I making the interview with the recruiter, the salary was different. And then for the positions open for general people is more than the position open to Black people. And then I question because why this difference? If the position was the same, if the responsibility was the same, is the challenge of this position are the same? She does know how answer me. And then I believe when we are starting the company, we have a big responsibility to change the several informations that the companies inform shows to the market to the people. And then I believe we have a big job for a long time working with when we say the about the diversity in the job. For me is a serious long time and a big job to make it.
It's fucking hard, guys. Yeah. So we need to put one more thing in your list. This is not just about numbers. This is not about the position. This is also about the salary because you also deserve the same salary.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Um. Okay. I totally forgot what I will ask you.
It's serious. This term today is very serious. I believe is we have a very problem with our Brazilian culture when we say about the diversity in the companies, because I can believe it's all the rules open for diversity community is real for the companies. It's like the companies say this, I will just contract, I will just hire the people, these people, but I will not pay attention there. For me, it's very serious. And then when I tried this, make this test, for me, it was very clear. We have a big job with the company, and it changed their minds, the mindset when we say that is very serious. And when you say that when you see the higher levels is more serious. And then, for example, I'm working in technology department. In technology is rarely you will see the woman work. And when you see the high levels, you don't have money in any position. And then we have a big job to change the mind of the companies.
Yeah, and there are people who think that quotas are a problem. But I really don't care. I need to work. So if I will have this position to me, oh, I will use it this. If I have a vacancy to LGBT plus people, I will use it this because this is a position to me. So I will have this opportunity. I will try to grow in that company and assume high level positions. So yeah, this is something that we need to start to do. It's start to grow in a company. And guys, I still talk about diversity because this is the main topic tonight. Um, and Jesus. Guys, can you share with me, for example, a real example, something that happened in your life that makes totally difference to you have a diversity team and then just working in a company with just white men, because to me, I truly believe that makes a real difference. Some years ago, I went to a party with my team, and my first thought was, I will not go because there's just straight people. I will not feel comfortable there. So it was something that makes difference to me when one more LGBT person starts to work with us. So I start to feel more comfortable to, okay, there's someone that I can talk here. I'm not I'm not alone. So there's some moments like that in your career or life that you felt more comfortable because there are more people like you in a company, for example, Erica.
Mm, in a school, I feel comfortable because I can see more people like me there. But in the city hall, no, it's different. But I was thinking about another thing that you said. When I go to airport, I think I should take care myself more because I think the airport is a white place. So I should be careful with the security. I should be careful with my cell phone. I don't know because when you talk about the place that you go, if he only a straight guy, I remember the airport as a place that I feel uncomfortable. Is so the tension around me. Something can happen, and if I alone, I feel more sad and stressful. Stressful. But in my job, I not feel uncomfortable too much because city hall work if people for people, like for the city, for the population. So the mindset is different, but you can see too many black people there in the high position. It's real, but I'm not feel too much uncomfortable if I working in the private company, for example. How about you,
Nice.
Grego?
Yeah, in my case, I have something similar to Leo. And in 2022, I was working in an education company, and I went to the company's party. And the first thing that I look at it was if there is any black people there or any LGBTQ peoples there as well. Once I realized that there are peoples from this group, I feel more comfortable to go to be myself and behave like myself.
What about you, Gears, Natalia, and Samantha?
Yeah. I sometimes I'm feeling comfortable when we stay with the community. But for example, when have the party or any other, for example, a dinner or other event in the company, I'm not feeling comfortable because you can see the people like you can see the co-workers like you in the event. And I'm feeling we have several job to change by myself and my coworkers. And then I feeling the situation is very terrible. But sometimes I feel comfortable and sometimes uncomfortable.
Yeah, sometimes I just want to go and fuck everyone. I don't care about you, but it's hard. Uh, Hello guys again. So, how was the conversation, Adriane?
Oh, very good. Excellent conversation.
Great. And Adriane, what steps has an organization take to create a more inclusive team?
Oh, I don't work more, but I work for a long time, always at school, and I always see the diversity on my team. Maybe in my opinion, the school it's the work and have more diversity of people, and always we talk about it because it's important for the students and for us too.
Yeah, definitely. What about you, Lander? How was your the conversation?
Gyro is very fluent. And I realize I don't have enough vocabulary, but the conversation is very good. Um, uh, Principle about the subject we discuss. Uh, Me and Gyro working in I remember Gyro recognized the company I work, and yeah, and the professional occupation, the Gyro uh, is very important for the conversations at all.
Great. Guys, before I finish this conversation, I need to send you the link to this survey. So please answer this. I send on the chat. You can put your perception about this topic, about this conversation, okay? And our time just finished. It was an amazing talk with you all. I know that this is a really hard topic to discuss about it. I always forgot many words here because it's really hard to talk about it. Okay. And that's it, guys. Have a great weekend. And I hope to see you here again next Friday, okay? Bye bye,
Thank
guys.
you.